Today is Tuesday, 9th of January 2024. This day is celebrated as Pravasi Bhartiya Divas (PBD). Is celebrated on the 9th of January every year since 2003 to mark the contribution of overseas Indian community in the development of India. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, The Hindu states that transport strike called by trade unions has not hit bus operation in Chennai (MTC). The transport department stated that the Air Transport Corporation operated 8,787 buses against the normal bus operation of 9,452 buses as of January 9 morning. A view of the poster announcing strike by transport employees union at Palavan Salai in Chennai. The Hindu newspaper also states that United States' first moon landing attempt in 50 years in jeopardy after critical fuel leak. The first United States moon landing in more than 50 years appearing to be doomed after a private company's spacecraft developed a critical fuel leak just hours after Monday's launch. The problem arose about 7 hours after the Monday's pre-dawn lift off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, an illustration of the Peregrine lunar lander. The Hindu newspaper also states that French Prime Minister Borny resigns following political turmoil over immigration. French Prime Minister Elisabeth Borny has resigned following recent political turmoil over a new immigration law. File picture of French Prime Minister Elisabeth Borny, who resigned following a recent political tensions over a contentious immigration bill backed by President Emmanuel Macron. The Hindu newspaper also states that will have to constitute bench to hear plea against a collegium system. Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud on Monday said he would have to constitute a bench of the Supreme Court to hear petition seeking an end of the collegium system of judicial. Advocate Matthias J. Nedumpara has been repeatedly over the past several months mentioning the case to be heard. A file picture of the Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud. The Hindu newspaper also states that Bilkis Bano case grant of remission, classic case of using Supreme Court order to violate law verdict. Several facts regarding the application of premature release had been suppressed before the court, the bench observed. A view of the Supreme Court as the court cancelled the early release of 11 convicts in Bilkis Bano's rape case. The Supreme Court on January 8, that is yesterday, said the grant of remission to 11 men serving life sentence in the Bilkis Bano case was a classic case of using a Supreme Court order to violate the law. The court was referring to its May 2022 decision delivered by a bench headed by Justice Ajay Rastogi, now retired, allowing Gujarat to decide the application of one of the convicts, Radheshyam Bhagwadan Das Shah, of premature release in terms of the state's remission policy of July 9, 1992. Following this order from the apex court, the order 10 convicts has joined in with their pleas for remission. The Gujarat government had subsequently granted them early release on August 10, 2022. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that after a professor, a politician, and a journalist, 3 women joined hand to fight for Bilkis Bano. Their petition came just before the gang rape survivor knocked on the Supreme Court's door for justice. Professor Roop Rekha Verma left the CPI M's Subhashni Ali Center and a journalist Revati Lal. Indian Express also states that XNY Ajay Bisaria, ISI tipped off India in 2019 about Qaeda plot to hit Kashmir. Ajay Bisaria served in Pakistan as India's High Commissioner from 2017 to August 2019 when he was expelled by the Pakistan government in response to the abrogation of Article 370. His book, which is a part of memoir and a part history and is a study of the diplomatic engagement between India and Pakistan, hit the bookstores on Monday. Indian Express also states that Defense Research and Development Organization launches an indigenous assault rifle for armed forces. The rifle has an effective range of 500 meters and weighs less than 4 kilograms and had been developed by the DRDO's Pune-based Faculty Armament Research and Development Establishments (DE) in collaboration with the Hyderabad-based Divipa Aromor India Private Limited. The first operational prototype of the rifle Ogram was unveiled at the Armament and Combat Engineering Systems of the DRDO in Pune on Monday. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that India-United Kingdom FTA dialogue to enter final stage on January 10. Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the United Kingdom Prime Minister Rishi Sunak during the Conference of Party 28 December. New Delhi, the 14th and the final round of the negotiations for a free trade agreement, between India and the United Kingdom, with the enter the last lap from the Wednesday, and are likely to be take up remaining other issues such as business mobility, Scotch whiskey, automobiles, farm products, pharmaceuticals, rule of origin, and separate. Pact to boost bilateral investments. There are three officials with the direct knowledge of the matter said. Hindustan Times also states that villagers flee as gunfight in Manipur enters day second. Security force and militants exchanged fire for a second day in Manipur border town Morich. Officials aware of that matter said on Monday, triggering panic in villages around the area in the strife-torn state. Gunfight broke out on the late Sunday before a break overnight, which was followed by a new bout between 8 to 15 a.m. up to 1:30 p.m. Locals and people in security establishments said. Hindustan Times also states that United States confronted Pakistan on ISI's role in Uri attack X and Y. Soon after this 2016 terror attack on Indian Army base at Uri, the United States confronted the Pakistan Premier Nawaz Sharif with the evidence of the inter-services intelligence ISI agency's role in the assault, according to a new book by former NY Ajay Bistrada. Former High Commissioner to Pakistan Ajay Bisaria has released a new book. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, riding on equity schemes mutual fund assaulted across rupees 50 lakh crore in the December. Mutual fund policies touch an all-time high. The highest inflows were seen in sectoral funds at rupees 6,005.49 crore. From banking and finance point of view, income inequality decline, says State Bank of India Research Unit, countering a K-shaped eco recovery claims. The number of ITRs filled by people earning between rupees 10 lakh and rupees 25 lakh increased by 291%, while the total number of persons filing income tax increased to 7.4 crore in AY23 from 7 crore in AY 22. For AY24, 8.2 crore ITRs have been filled by December 31, 2023. On the share of the top taxpayers in income, the report said that in financial year 14, the combined income of 23 individuals with the income for more than rupees 100 crore was 1.64% of the total income of financial year 14, even though the number of such individuals increased 136 in the financial year 21, the share of their combined income fell to 0.77%. DLF sells 1,113 luxury flats in Gurgaon for rupees 7,200 crore within the 3 days of pre-launch within a year. This is the second successful launch of the residential project from DLF in the Gurgaon market. DLF on a Monday announced the sale of the entire 1,113 luxury flats in a project in Gurgaon for rupees 7,200 crore within 3 days of pre-launch on strong demand from the end users and investors, including NRIs. In March last year, DLF Limited has sold 1,137 luxury apartments in its housing project, the Arbor in Gurgaon, for rupees 8,000 crore. Towards the world news, including French Prime Minister Elisabeth Borne resigns Macron to name new government. North Korea's Kim turns 40, but there are no public celebrations of his birthday. Trump cannot challenge Reuters rape claim at the defamation trial. Judge rules. Thousands of forced from homes by a deadly Japan earthquake on New Year's. Face stress and exhaustion. Pakistan's apex court rules against lifelong disqualification of lawmakers from holding public office. Fears grow that Israel, the United States, and Iran's allies are inching closer to all-out war with each strike. Going towards the science and technology, first United States lunar lander in more than 50 years rocket toward the moon with commercial delivers. The Petersburg company aims to be the first private business to successfully land on the moon, something only 4 countries have accomplished. But a Houston company also has a lander ready to fly and could beat it to the lunar surface, taking a more direct path. First to launch, first to land is TBD to determine. Thornton noted. The Boeing Starliner spacecraft is pictured at the company's commercial crew and cargo processing facility at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida on January 19, 2023. Unity Software cut 25% of staff in company reset continuation. The layoffs come shortly after interim CEO Jim Whitehurt announced a company reset in November. Video game software provider Unity Software will target laying off approximately 25% of its workforce, or 1,800 jobs, the company said in a regulatory filing an internal company memo on Monday. The layoffs and a company reset follow a tumultuous period for Unity. At last, this is a famous quotation said by Rajendra Prasad, whose birth anniversary is 3 December 1884 after 28 February 1963, was an Indian politician, lawyer, journalist, and a scholar who served as the first president of the India from 1950 to 1962. He joined the Indian National Congress during the Indian independence movement and became a major leader from a region of Bihar and Maharashtra. A support of Mahatma Gandhi, Prasad was imprisoned by British authorities during the Salt Satyagraha of 1930 and the Quiet India movement of 1942. After the Constituent Assembly in 1946 elections, Prasad served as the first Minister of Food and Agriculture in the central government from 1947 to 1948. Upon independence in 1947, Prasad was elected as the President of the Constituent Assembly of India, which prepared the Constitution of India and served as the provisional parliament. And lastly, he says a famous quotation. He says that in attaining our ideals, our means should be as pure as the end. Okay, thank you.